Hello and welcome to Fish and More. Today in this video we will talk about Ember Tetra. In this comprehensive guide, you will get to know each and everything about this fish if you are a beginner and become a pro. But before we start the video, I want to ask for your support. If you like the guide, make sure you subscribe my channel to support me and help me grow, and please share this video among for hobbyist friends. The Ember Tetra is a cute and fun little freshwater fish that we recommend to aquarists of all experience levels. They're very easy to take care of, well-mannered, and look stunning. Lifespan. The typical Ember Tetra lifespan is between 2 and 4 years. While there have been some sources that have reported a lifespan of up to 10 years, that's widely considered to be inaccurate. Maximizing their lifespan is heavily dependent on the quality of care they receive and the habitat they live in. Aside from the obvious water quality impact, the biggest influencer on their health and lifespan tends to be the presence of plants. Ember Tetras that live in heavily planted tanks tend to live much longer than the ones that don't. Appearance. The appearance of Ember Tetras is the main reason they're so popular among the aquarist community. These fish are extremely pretty and their bright coloration makes them mesmerizing to watch swim around in your tank. The Ember Tetra is almost entirely orangish red, and the brightness of their color holds true wherever it's present on their body. This gives them a very distinct and sharp look that's impossible to miss. Their dorsal fins are tall and thin with a gradient that fades from their primary color to a slightly darker tone at the back. This darker area transitions into a slightly transparent section at the very edge of the fin. Size. The average Ember Tetra size is just under 1 inch in length. This is a little smaller than their popular neon counterparts, which is an important distinction to make. Some people think these fish are essentially the same, just with different colors. There have been instances where an Ember Tetra has grown to be larger than an inch, but that's very uncommon. The size of these fish is often not visibly impacted by the quality of their care. Ember Tetra care. Ember Tetra care is about as easy as it gets. These fish are a dream to keep and are recommended for aquarists of all experience levels. As long as you take care of the basics with their habitat and water quality, there isn't much else you'll need to worry about. That's why we recommend them for anyone looking to add a splash of tiny color into their tank. Tank size. The ideal tank size for Ember Tetras is 10 gallons at a minimum. This will allow you to keep a group of them together, more on that later, and also include the necessary amount of plants. If you want to include a larger number of these fish together, somewhere in the 20 to 25 range, then you'll want to up the tank size to 20 or 25 gallons. This will maintain the necessary balance of space, fish, and plants. Water parameters. Maintaining the proper water parameters for an Ember Tetra is not very challenging. This is one of the main benefits of owning these fish. They're very low maintenance in this regard. Water temperature. Generous range of 73 degrees Fahrenheit to 84 degrees Fahrenheit. pH levels. 5 to 7 is the recommended range, but we prefer keeping them closer to 6.5. Water hardness. 5 to 17 dgh. It's always recommended to get an aquarium test kit and perform regular level tests. Aiming for once or twice a week at minimum is a safe frequency. Even though Ember Tetras are hardy and easy to care for when it comes to water conditions, the most experienced aquarists tend to play it safe and test regularly. This will prevent any fluke shifts from causing harm to your fish. What to put in their tank. The main thing you'll want to include in their tanks is plants. In their natural habitat, Ember Tetras are surrounded by heavy vegetation, so it's what they're comfortable with. Not only does this help keep their stress levels low, but it provides major benefits to the quality of the water as well. Some of the best plants to include in their tanks are Java moss, hornwort, and anicharis. Food and diet. Just like any fish, you'll want to give your Ember Tetras a balanced diet to help them thrive and live long lives. Variation is important if you want to ensure that they get the necessary vitamins and nutrients to keep their systems running smoothly. This means a mixed diet of flake fish food and frozen or freeze-dried food is a great place to start. For live food, we recommend Daphnia and brine shrimp as a great source of protein and nutrients. You might also see them snacking on a plant from time to time. This is completely fine and is not something that you have to worry about. They won't eat enough to damage the plant, and this is part of their normal behavior. Behavior and temperament. Ember tetras are very fun fish to keep in your tank due to their general temperament and behavioral tendencies. Unlike other species, these fish are quite active. These are shoaling fish, which means you'll almost always see them in a group. This makes it quite enjoyable to watch them swim around because of their bright colors. They look like a group of orange bullets. Ember tetras are fairly curious fish that will move from one area of the tank to another as a group. They have no worries about checking out other similarly sized critters and aren't shy by nature. With that being said, they will spend some time hiding out in the included plants. This is their natural safe space and usually means they just want to rest for a bit. They aren't aggressive at all, which is great when you start considering tank mates. Details on that in the section below. Overall, we would really consider them model inhabitants. The importance of the shoal. This is something we've touched on a little bit in this guide already, but it's important enough to deserve its own section. One of the most important parts of Ember tetra care is keeping them in a group. These fish don't want to be on their own. We recommend that you keep at least 10 to 15 of these together to ensure that they feel comfortable and enriched by their buddies. Shoaling fish that are kept alone will be subject to extreme stress. This can have a seriously negative impact on their physical and mental health. That is all you need to know before buying Ember tetra. Stay tuned for more. Thanks.